Manny Pacquiao is one of the greatest boxers of all time. And so is Floyd Mayweather Junior. But Mayweather is not as good as Pacquiao, and he shouldn't go down in history as being the better of the two.
Oh, I don't worry about nothing. Can't nobody beat me. I'm Floyd Mayweather. I'm TBE. I'm the best ever. Nobody can beat me.
Mayweather can say it all he likes, that he's the best ever. And he's already convinced more than a few people that he is. It's the same technique that Muhammad Ali used when he called himself the greatest. That worked for a lot of people, but only because most of the time, Ali backed it up, and then some. Ali convinced everyone that he was the greatest by beating some of the greatest heavyweights to have ever lived. Sonny Liston, Joe Frazier twice, Ken Norton twice, and George Foreman, just to name a few of the champions he beat.
You know, Ali was considered the greatest. I call myself TBE, which is the best ever.
Well, not only did Mayweather back it up, he beat even more champions than Ali. Far more. And Mayweather never lost. To be fair, that's pretty amazing. But is he the best ever? If we're looking at his three biggest claims to being TBE, it's the 50-0, his 26 wins in world title fights, and his 24 wins against former or current world titleists. Again, they're all amazing, but not the best. Sugar Ray Robinson is the usual measuring stick of greatness, partly because at one stage Sugar Ray was on a 91-fight unbeaten streak. That's almost twice as good as Mayweather's record. While Sugar only won 14 world title fights compared to Mayweather's 26, there were only 8 divisions back then, and they were all for the undisputed title. Mayweather was never an undisputed champion, not once. And if we're just looking at Mayweather's record against former or current lineal titleists, he scored 13 wins. Robinson scored 30 and fought another 12. He's at the very least one whole league ahead of Mayweather on a best-ever scale, if not more. So we can forget about Mayweather being TBE. Across almost any scale you look at, Sugar Ray outshines Mayweather, and there's a bunch of other fighters who do too. But we're not here for them. We're here for Manny Pacquiao.
He's embarrassed. He was a beat fighter. There's a difference between a great fighter and TBE, and I proved that I'm the best.
Before we get too far into this, let's tackle the obvious detail head-on. Mayweather beat Pacquiao in one of the most watched events in sporting history. That is undeniable. But since when has that been history's measuring stick? When Randy Turpin beat Sugar Ray Robinson by decision to take the middleweight title, did anyone think Turpin was greater than Robinson in the grand scheme of things? Of course they didn't. Greatness doesn't get decided in one fight. Great fighters can lose too. So what makes Pacquiao greater than Mayweather when Pacquiao lost their fight?
Excuses, excuses, excuses. I knew it was coming. I knew it. But I'm not gonna buy into the bull. I'm not gonna buy into the bull. And I don't want the public to buy into the bull. He lost.
When comparing Pacquiao's accomplishments to Mayweather's, you'll see that the Pac-Man isn't that far behind Mayweather across almost every metric. Mayweather has 26 wins in world title fights compared to Pacquiao's 17. Mayweather beat 24 former, current, or future world champions. Pacquiao beats that with 25. But Mayweather's longest streak of 50 does eclipse Pacquiao's 3 streaks of 15 wins without a loss. So if Pacquiao is close to Mayweather across most metrics, except for that one in which Mayweather is leagues ahead, why is Pacquiao better than Mayweather?
When the history books is written, I will always be TBE when the history books is written.
It all goes back to Sugar Ray. They invented the pound-for-pound rankings just for him, because while he couldn't beat a heavyweight, he was clearly better than a heavyweight. It's all about substance over size. This is what Pacquiao did better than not just Mayweather, but just about every boxer who has ever lived. Pacquiao burst onto the scene as a flyweight champion in 1998. That's 51 kilos, or 112 pounds. In the next 10 years, Pacquiao fought in every division up to junior middleweight, which is 70 kilos, or 154 pounds. That's incredible, but it doesn't stop there. The Pac-Man started at flyweight before competing in a record 10 weight classes and won a piece of the title in 8 of those because he skipped junior bantam and bantam. It's unheard of. If we're just talking about the original 8 glamour divisions, Pacquiao is the only man to have claimed titles in 4 of them. To put that into perspective, Sugar Ray won a title in 2 of the original 8 glamour divisions and came up short, going for a 3rd. Mayweather won titles across 5 divisions, with just 2 in the glamour divisions. More importantly, he started at junior lightweight, 5 whole divisions above where Pacquiao started. Yet somehow they both peaked at junior middleweight. For Mayweather, he moved up to take on the legend Oscar De La Hoya. But De La Hoya was just 2 fights away from retiring, and De La Hoya took him to a contentious split decision. It was about as close to losing as Mayweather ever came. The only other time Mayweather fought in a genuine 154-pound fight was against Miguel Cotto. And Cotto bloodied Mayweather's nose in what Mayweather admits was the hardest fight of his life. When Pacquiao won the junior middleweight title, it was against Antonio Margarito. This guy obliterated Miguel Cotto using gloves loaded with plaster to increase the impact of his punches by basically turning them into bricks. This was, and still is of course, illegal. Pacquiao was lighter than Margarito by 17 pounds and was shorter in height and reach by 6 inches. But Pacquiao savaged him for 12 rounds. It was a massacre, and it was the definition of what makes a great pound-for-pound fighter. That is why Pacquiao is better than Mayweather. Their records and accomplishments are comparable, but no one has come close to winning titles in 8 different divisions. Not Sugar Ray Robinson. Not Muhammad Ali. And certainly not Floyd Mayweather Junior.
Come on. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I won. I know I won. I know I'm the better fighter. We fight 10 times, I'm gonna win 10 times. We fight 20 times, I'm gonna win 20 times. We fight 100 times, I'm gonna win 100 times. Manny Pacquiao he's not a better fighter than me. Nowhere around the board.
Thanks for watching. And remember, if you want more fight sports in your life, just hit the subscribe button.